All right, so this morning we've been filling in the berm with dirt. You can see that top course up there is the 8th course. Those are all empty. We're just getting it all backfilled and kind of shaped up to the 7th course. We've really only gotten the east side done. I'll show you the west side to see what it looked like before we started. So this is the west side. We still need to backfill all this, add a bunch of extra dirt, and bring it all the way up to that 7th course, and then start pounding the 8th course. Moving around back. Still got to backfill all this, and we'll get the cistern started. Got to backfill both sides, and then in between the insulation and the tank, as well as filling all back here. We've also got the 2nd course of the greenhouse wall done. Again, just set a string 8 feet. There's not going to be any batter for this 2nd course, so we've got them all lined up 8 feet off of the building. None of them have dirt. Heidi just filled them all with cardboard, so they're ready to go. So hopefully we'll be getting some dirt in those later this afternoon. If you're wondering about these gaps, I've got one up in the 8th course, as well as one right here on the greenhouse south wall. Those are going to be squishy tires. It's just the way the staggered worked. I've also got that gap in the 7th course to fill still with concrete. I didn't grab concrete because it was raining last night and I didn't want to have it in the bed of my truck. That tire on the 8th course is just kind of sitting there just to get the spacing correct for the rest of the tires. Before we start pounding, I'll move all those tires and get that concrete in, but it's just there to measure it. Alright, so the sun finally came back out. Still working on this front greenhouse wall. You can see I've got those tires all done. This is where that gap was. You can see the squishy tire in there. That's all packed and level. So yeah, just moving on down the line. Alright, so we were able to finish up all the tires on that 2nd course for the greenhouse wall. Right now we got the cement mixer out, and we're going to just fill in this little gap on the 7th course. We just kind of used cardboard and then just some wood to tie it into the tires, and then we'll fill that and pull the cardboard away. Heidi's over there getting batch concrete ready. Still kind of soft. Alright, so I haven't really filmed lately. We've been just pounding some tires. We've got this whole 3rd course almost done. That half still needs, they're probably 80% over there. The rest of them are all pounded and level. We added on half tires to the 2nd course there. You can kind of see, just like I've been doing on the wing walls over there. So we did half tires on this side as well as the other side, and that just allowed this to come to a perfect end. Same thing all the way along. staggered. The second and third course here are 225s. So another half tire on this side so that it comes to that nice end. We still need to figure out what we're doing here with concrete or half tires to finish off the wing walls. So that'll be coming up here soon. We got the east side backfilled up to the 7th course. We've pounded the 8th course, and then that 9th course is just kind of sitting up there. We haven't gotten those pounded yet. The 8th course here, those are 215s. I was hoping to do another course of 215s for the 9th, but I just can't find the tires. So we've just got 205s laid out right there. Looking down this greenhouse wall here, that 3rd course is battered back 1.5 inches from the 2nd course. That 2nd course was pulled 8 feet off at the same elevation as the 1st course here. So 8 feet off there, and the 2nd course is battered back. All right, we just finished up the 3rd and final course for the greenhouse glass wall. So that's all done, nice and level. You can see it's been pretty smoky. Hopefully that goes away pretty soon. But yeah, this is all done, and it's time to move on to finishing up these wing walls, or at least starting to bring them up. I don't know if I made a video about it already, but I just wanted to kind of show that little concrete block after it's done. It's nice and hard now. The 8th course is pounded above it, and then you see the 9th course is empty up there. All right, I'm getting started on the wing walls. As you can see, did another half tire here. It's gonna continue up the whole way like that, so it'll just be like an end of the column there, all the way up to the top. I will have to reinforce that with some sort of concrete, either continue the bond beam over the top and wrap down, or have sort of like a buttress off the back. That'll be determined in the future, but for now we'll just keep going up with these half tires. And just putting in this other half tire on the other side. I've switched over to these exterior grade screws. The threads go all the way up, and they've got a big head on them. These are probably the ideal screw for it. So I've got it all screwed in here. I tried something new on this one and left a flap to screw into the top of the next tire. This will definitely be the last time I do that. It was way harder to cut the tire, but I did it with this one, so I'll screw it in, and we'll get it filled up. We're about to mix up some concrete for these little half blocks, kind of like we did over there. Trick for cutting these in half. You can go ahead and slice the top. Use a piece of rebar and just rips it right in half. And then you have a little bit more of a manageable bag. Alright, so we're just letting the concrete mix for a little bit. You can see I've got these cardboard forms again, just with some wood screwed into the tires. We also porcupined the inside with just scrap screws, leftovers. So we'll go ahead and fill that as well as the other side. I'll show you the other side. So same thing on this side, just a bunch of screws, cardboard forms with wood holding them on. This is just so that we have the right spacing to keep this at the end. We'll pour this tonight, and then we'll be ready tomorrow to pound some tires on top of it. It's the east side, and then just showed you the west side over there. All right, just got the mixer all cleaned up. You can see you got all that concrete poured in there. Same as over here. This one was a little dry, but I think it should work. We'll let those cure at least overnight, maybe a day or two. Then we can pull that cardboard off, start pounding tires on top.